Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, for this shirt, not only do I have to show you the front of the shirt, hope I get this in focus. People know I'm a fan of Donald Duck apparently, and again, made some amazing shirts on this trip. A lot of people gave me this trip, so wait till you see one of the other ones I have later on. It's pretty spectacular, shall we say. But we do have some cruise news. One disgusting video where I'll call him a coward, sucker punched a crew member on Royal Caribbean. We'll talk about that. We have some video of that. We also have some pretty exciting news from Virgin Cruise Lines and a status match, which is not only offering status match from cruise lines, but offer hotels and airlines as well to get some extra perks on board. But there is a catch. It's not permanent. You have to apply within a certain amount of time, and you have to sail within a certain amount of time. And finally, we'll talk about the warning being put out by the CDC about norovirus. Do you know what the #1 crime is these days? Is it muggings? Is it breaking and entering? No, it's actually cyber loss. That's right. People finding information, scamming online, getting your information, taking out loans in your name, getting a hold of your credit cards, getting into your bank account, emptying everything out. And a lot of this is being done because every time you search the web, data brokers are collecting your information. And sometimes they're selling it to like car companies. Sometimes they're selling it to clothing manufacturers. Sometimes they're just selling it to anybody who wants it. And some of these people collect that information so they can do bad things and completely ruin your credit score. They can take out loans in your name. I've heard of people buying houses in people's names and they're never heard from again. It's ridiculous, the stuff that can happen if you don't get off those data broker lists. But the good news is, by law, if you say, hey, get me off those mailing lists, they have to do it by law. Except, do you know who to call? Do you know, it's not Ghostbusters, folks. You don't call Ghostbusters, but Incogni. Incogni knows who to contact. Incogni will do that work for you when you sign up. They will contact the data brokers and get you off those mailing lists. Over 3 billion people last year had their information hacked from the dark web from one of these data brokers. And if you're one of them, chances are you might have lost some money. And so I don't want to be that person. I'm sure you don't want to neither. So use Incogni. Incogni will contact them. And I've seen a dramatic drop in my spam email. I've seen a dramatic drop in scammers trying to get a hold of me on my phone, and it's just crazy what can happen out there. So I am certainly glad that I signed up with Incogni. If you'd like to give them a try, why not follow my link down below or the QR code right here. Get up to 60% off your plan, get your names off of that data broker list, and even, get more security out there for your personal information. So this video that we were about to look was captured on Royal Caribbean. It was pushed on Facebook. Has over 600,000 views so far. Is going pretty viral. And it shows an altercation between two crew members. One appears to be an officer of some kind or a security guard. The other looks like he's a lifeguard on the icon of the seas. And it's between another guy who's in a swimsuit. It almost looks like their altercation started a little bit earlier, and the crew members are trying to kind of like not let this guy go too far, or he seems to be going after the one security guard or the one officer, and the lifeguard is trying to step in and stop him from getting there. He is the entire time the aggressor in this video. So let's take a look at this video. So as you can see here, he is completely the aggressor in this situation. And like the man, the brave man he is, he sucker punches a guy who wasn't even looking at him. and then tries to take a swing at the other guy who, quickly caught him, threw him to the ground, and then two other, it looks like, crew members stepped in. They look like staff from up top. And then, of course, now he walks away, all tough, really tough guy, takes a swing at somebody who's not trying to fight back. It's a disgusting video. It's a disgusting video. And this guy should never be allowed on a cruise ship again. And he should be not just put into his cabin. He should be thrown in the brig down below till they get to port and then handed over to the police and full charges. Full charges for assault. We have it on video. There is no acceptable excuse for what he did. The guy was not trying to do anything. He was not trying to harm him in any way. He was not threatening him in any way. If anything, it looked like he was trying to de-escalate everything, and he literally sucker punched him. And you can see he walked away. You can see the other two gentlemen that were kind of walking towards the officers from behind the other guy, and looks like he starts mouthing off to one of them, and then runs away, giving the one finger salute, shall we say. But he's lucky that other people didn't step in and just lay a beating on him, because I think I would jump in if I saw an officer being sucker punched like that. And come what may, whatever comes what may after that. But then you run the risk of you being escorted off the ship for fighting as well. But I think in this case, they would see that you were trying to defend one of the officers. Now, there is absolutely no excuse for this, and he should be banned. Royal Caribbean has not made a statement yet, and we don't know if the police showed up or anything like that. Hopefully some more news will come in the next day or so. But there is no possible way this guy should enjoy the rest of his cruise. In fact, he should never enjoy a cruise again. All right, let's talk about, well, let me know in the comments down below. Do you think I'm right? I do. Let's talk about Virgin Cruise Lines, and they're doing their status match. And they're not just saying, hey, you know what, if you're elite with Princess, you will status match you. No. They're saying with everybody who's in those top tier lists, they will status match you from a variety of different cruise lines. And not only that, hotels. If you're, elite with loyalty points with your hotel, like Hilton or Marriott, they'll do the same thing. And even airlines. Even if I never took a cruise in my life, if I'm elite with my Air Canada points, like I am, super elite, well, they'll status match me there. And they will give me things extra, like free laundry while I'm on board, status, cocktail parties and free drinks, all these little benefits right away. That's amazing. The unfortunate news is it's not permanent. It's a one-time thing, and it is you have to apply before January 16th of 2026. And you have to have sailed before March 31st. So basically, you need to book something for the spring. So this is kind of like a quick offer. But still, if you're planning a cruise in the spring, maybe this might sway you over to Virgin Cruise Line, because there's been a lot of uproar lately over, some cruise lines' loyalty changes and stuff like that. More and more people feel like they're getting less and less from the cruise lines, and this might swing a lot of people to give Virgin Cruise Lines a try. Let me know in the comments down below. Would this sway you, knowing that you can status match immediately for a cruise to see and check them out? Also, unfortunately, we have a warning. I said the other day it was 16 cases this year of norovirus. It's actually 21 cases of norovirus this year, a record breaker. We broke the record at 16, I guess, and we are now at 21 for this year after we had the AIDA cruise ship come down with 100 people or more. And the CDC is saying, while we're not reporting great amounts, many ships are reporting small cases of norovirus on the ship. So they're issuing a warning out for people to be careful, to wash your hands when you're going into the buffet, to wash your hands when you get back to your stateroom. This is the best way to avoid getting any kind of, contracting the virus. So it is on the rise. It is the season, folks. This time of year, the norovirus tends to go up with a lot of people sneezing and coughing because they're coming from winter climates. And so into the warm Caribbean, shall we say, and it's a big drastic, but you still catch colds. So yes, please wash your hands, be careful out there, and let's try and not have any more noroviruses for the holidays at the very, very least. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.